What is up, my fam? I hope you are all doing amazing. This week's Q&A is so good, guys. 15 questions yet again, because let's be real, I have trouble picking from all of the questions that you guys ask each and every week. And so it's 15 questions from here on in. We're just gonna go for it and it's gonna be awesome. So if you guys are new to Ask Kimberly Q&As, here's how they work. Every single week on Instagram, I put out a post calling you guys for relationship questions. It can be like dating, relationships, life questions, a personal question for me. And then each and every Friday here on YouTube, I answer 15 of the ones that I think are like the most relatable for you guys here in a video on YouTube. And I use my own life experiences and my experiences as a relationship therapist to inform my answers to you guys. So if you guys are new, welcome to the fam. I love you guys all so much, and I just love the discussions that happen in the comments down below. Make sure you are subscribed to Ask Kimberly here on YouTube and click that little notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Come and follow me on Snapchat, because that is where things get a little crazy, and that's where you guys can ask Q&A questions as well. And obviously make sure you're following on Instagram, because that's where I put out the post each week for these Q&As. Alright you guys, are you ready for question 1? Let's get right into it. Yay! Alright, here we go. Things get a little bit zany around here every Friday. Question 1 is serious. There were 6 of you, like 6 of you that I saw asking this question, but I'm sure there were many, many more. I don't know your name, but you're super cute. Hey, this guy would stare at me nonstop and he was nice to me, but when I asked, he said he didn't like me. Why did he always stare at me so much? Please answer. Hey Kim, what does it mean if a boy flirts with you and then acts all dumb in front of you and pretends to be rude and then repeats? Then when he sees me, he's smiling, then walks past and glares at me when he's with his friends. So guys, I'm not gonna read through all 6 of them, but I will show them up here on the screen. This week, the biggest theme you guys were asking about is what to do when someone's giving you mixed signals. So mixed signals is all about when your crush is giving you signs that they seriously like you, but then the next day they kind of turn it off and all of a sudden all of those signs are gone. They're acting like a completely different person than they were the day before. So receiving mixed signals makes it virtually impossible for you to figure out if someone likes you, because their messages are inconsistent. One day they're acting like you're the greatest thing in the world, and the next day they act like you don't even exist. So there are a number of reasons why you could be receiving mixed signals. It could be because your crush is deciding between you and another person. They're not really sure if they like you yet. Maybe they're just a really flirty person, or maybe they really do have a crush on you, but they're embarrassed to admit it in front of their friends. The best way to deal with mixed signals is to just get more information so you can decide if this person actually likes you or not. Because the truth is, you don't want someone that's gonna make you feel hot and cold in a relationship, like one minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. Like, you don't really deserve that. But the only way you're gonna get that information is by talking to them and trying to further read the signs from them, and eventually, if all else fails, actually asking them what their feelings are for you. Guys, honestly, if someone does give you mixed signals, I really want you to question if this is someone who is worth you going after, because ideally in like a really awesome relationship, someone's not going to give you mixed signals. They're going to give you all the right signals that they really like you, and that they're like head over heels for you, and that the relationship is going in the right direction. That's going to result in the most positive experience for you. I hope that helps. Guys, let me know if you want an entire full video on mixed signals, because I feel like there's so much to say about it, and there's no way I could possibly get into that much detail in a Q&A, so let me know in the comments down below. Okay, question 2 is from Renee Grutzik. She says, hey Kimberly, let's just say struggle with acne. It's seasonally bad all over my face, but at my age, I'm 13, I know, young. It's hard because I'm starting to get feelings for someone, but I know they won't like me back because of my acne. He's a really nice guy and we talk a lot. How do I get over the blemishes and my physical appearance and tell this guy that I like him? Well, Renee, I have to say, and Ask Kimberly fam, I want you guys to chime in down below. Renee, girl, you are not alone. I feel like so many of us struggle with acne in our lives. I struggle with acne as a teen. I still get acne now and I'm in my 30s. It is such an epidemic everywhere. There are still celebrities in the world that struggle with acne. So girl, you are not alone. And I would say in my experience, oftentimes acne feels so much worse for the person who's experiencing it than it actually seems to the outside world. So if we're having like a super bad skin day, there's a big chance that other people are not going to notice that. So there are a lot of cosmetic things that you can do for acne, and you guys know I'm not that kind of doctor, but I do think dermatologists have a lot of like great tips and advice that they can give for your skin. When I was a teen, I went on Accutane twice, and I still go to a dermatologist like once a month to get treatment for my rosacea, which is like acne rosacea. So it's not shameful at all to go and see a dermatologist or talk to someone that can actually help you resolve the skin issues that you're dealing with. Cosmetic stuff aside though, I think it's also really good to accept the person that you are, and that if someone really likes you, they are definitely going to be able to see past you having a little breakup. This is probably something that's going to pass and that you're going to feel a lot better about in time. But in the meantime, just know that you are beautiful, whether it's acne or glasses or braces that you have. Like, this is just a part of you growing up, and you are beautiful no matter what. I hope that helps. Question Question number 3 is from Dillman5796, and Dill, I'm going to assume that you are a boy, and we've been getting a lot of guy questions this week. Girls, I want you to make our guy subscribers feel very, very welcome because we do have quite a few of them, and guys, thank you for subscribing to Ask Kimberly. You guys are all amazing. Dill says, how do you know if a shy girl likes you, or what makes shy girls happy? Oh, please help. She is very pretty and nice. I'm in my first year of high school, so yeah, thanks. And also, what are some ways to act around your crush? Thank you so much if you were looking at this. I love your videos and they are so helpful. Okay, Dill, I want you guys Ask Kimberly fam to participate in this. What makes you happy? Dill, whether you're a girl or a guy who has a crush on a girl, I would say that in terms of being a shy girl, what makes shy girls happy is not so different than what makes anybody happy. So if you ask her about her hobbies and interests, that is usually the best way in, because whether a person is shy or not, there's usually going to be something that they're interested in. Whether it is a sport, singing in the choir, making pottery, fashion, I don't know what it is, computers, video games, there's lots of things that make people interesting and make them tick, and whether a person is shy or not, they are going to love it when someone asks them questions about the things that they love. Alright, you guys, the next question, number 4, is from Ellie Jane 21. Ellie Jane says, I wish to come out to my teachers as being gender fluid, also my parents, and I want to switch my name to Noah. How should I do it? Also, what are some ways to move on? Okay guys, if you are having issues with your gender, and we all know that there are many different accepted genders now, the first people that you tell, it doesn't necessarily have to be your parent. It sounds, Ellie Jane, like you are ready to tell your family members. And I would say honestly, for every single person, this process is different because it's about knowing your family and how you think they might react and preparing for what you think their reaction is actually going to be. So some people aren't worried at all that their parents are going to have a negative reaction, while other people might be terrified that they're going to be disowned by their families. So it is actually so personal how you decide to actually come out to the people who are in your life. That's why I think having a professional involved is actually an awesome idea, because then the two of you can kind of come up with like a plan of action together based on all of the different factors going on in your life and how you think people are going to react and how that's going to make you feel in the end. So another amazing thing that you can do for yourself is enlist the help of your peers. So whether it's here in the comments of Ask Kimberly or at some kind of a gender identity support group, because talking to other teens or young adults in your position who are questioning their gender or who are making changes related to their gender, you'll be able to relate to those people and be able to kind of compare your experiences, and definitely that helps you feel a lot less alone in this very, very overwhelming process that you may be going through. So Ellie Jane / Noah, I hope this process goes super, super well for you, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay guys, on to question number 5. It's from Alex Howard XX. They say, hey Kimberly, so I really want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm so scared about what all the people at school will say. Should I wait until I finish school or just go for it? Oh my gosh, Alex. Ask Kimberly fam. I feel like I always ask you guys now because I feel like you guys are gonna, sometimes you're gonna know like what I'm gonna say about what it is. Honestly guys, there is never like a right time in life to start anything. There is always going to be like a reason not to go for something like to the very fullest. And the truth is, if you started a YouTube channel, yeah, there's no guarantee that people at your school aren't gonna say something, but that isn't going to change at any other stage of your life. There's always going to be someone that has to criticize or put down the thing that you're doing. Honestly, I think that it would be a great experience for you to actually get started as soon as possible so that you can get some experience and work on your actual skills, talents, and interests now, as opposed to delaying yourself that satisfaction of getting that experience until a later date. Waiting is only going to hurt one person, and that's you. Because the truth is, you are not going to be able to avoid negative people on YouTube, whether you're in school or out of school. So my advice is go for it, love it, welcome to YouTube. YouTube is like the best place ever to be, and I hope to see some of your videos on YouTube in the very near future. Question 6 is from Savlink 17 says, hey Kimberly, I love your YouTube channel. I know I've been asking a lot of questions, but I need help. I have severe depression and I've been bullied at a young age up to today. I don't know what to do. I've told adults and they're trying to help, but nothing is working. Can you give me advice on how to stand up to the bullies? Because I'm scared. Oh my gosh. First of all, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. I feel like bullying is such a problem, and people who bully like have no idea the impact that they actually have on you and your spirit and your life. Like the quality of your life. And yeah, it can be tough too, because if you're in a bullying situation, just telling an adult doesn't necessarily mean that the bullying is going to stop, because they can't monitor every single experience that you have. They can't monitor your computer or their computers constantly. Like, it's just an impossible thing to keep their eyes on all of the time. That being said though, the adults in your life do have a responsibility to make sure you are safe, to make sure that you have a great quality of life, and to step in if things do get out of hand. That is my honest belief, that the parents and the adults in your life do do have a responsibility in that. I think about what I would feel if my own daughter were being bullied, and if it was within a school and the adults weren't doing anything, like I know I would pull her out of that school in order to get her into a place where she felt safe and where she didn't have to deal with that. It is good to learn how to stand up for yourself and how to deal with negative people, but I honestly believe in high school, like it does go too far. It gets to the point where it can't possibly be good for you anymore, because like a person just can't take that much negativity and that much criticism, especially when you're growing up, especially when you are trying to like do your best at school and get good grades and like do all of the other things that teens are pressured to do nowadays. So if you have depression and if you're being bullied, first of all, I hope you have someone to talk to about your depression. I know I say this a lot, you guys, but if there is a counselor nearby or a psychologist or someone that you can actually get a diagnosis from and help keep your severe depression under control, because that is a clinical issue and that is something that you can treat with therapy and with a team of medical professionals. But also coming up with a plan of action on how to deal with the bully. So whether it is like having a response to give to them each and every time they bother you, or actually having a plan to get out of that situation entirely, whether it means you actually change schools. That might seem extreme, but if the situation is bad enough that it's affecting your quality of life, I think that your best bet is to get to a place where you are safe and healthy and where you can feel good about yourself. Alright, I hope this helps and I wish you the very best of luck as well. Number 7 is from Sammy Watt. Says, hey Kim, thanks for all the advice you give. I want to know how to get a guy's attention whose face is glued to his phone. Like seriously, this guy barely looks up, and when he does, it's some miracle. Also, I'm really shy and I don't know if I should just go up and talk to him or just give up. Pretty please answer. This is a crazy question that I feel like 10 years ago like just wouldn't have existed. Like, how do you get the attention of a guy who is constantly buried in his phone? Well, first of all, if he's constantly buried in his phone while you are physically there, I would say do not give this person the time of day, because they're obviously not interested in you if they feel more attracted to their phone than they do to you while you're in their presence. However, if this is someone who's like off in the distance and they're glued to their phone but they don't actually know that you're around, it might not mean that they don't like you, it's just like they haven't noticed you because they're always in their phone. This person might be super shy and like they're nervous around other people and they feel like they have to be in their phone just for something to do, or they might be like super into some kind of game that they're playing and like that represents their interests and hobbies, or they're actually just antisocial and like totally disinterested in socializing while they're at school. Either way, you guys, these are kind of red flags when it comes to relationships, so I would definitely tread carefully around this person. If they're not giving anyone attention now, like how could they possibly be able to do that in a relationship? For someone like this, I would actually say like just challenge it, like go up to them and try to start a conversation. And if they get distracted by their phone like literally while you're talking to them, it's a write-off. Like literally, you know you're never gonna get this person's attention. It's not worth it. On the other hand, in your presence, like they may actually light up and it might change the story completely. So you've got to give that person the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance to show you that they do like you. Moving on, you guys. Here we go. Question number 8. So question number 8 is, hi Kimberly. So imagine, because this is not a situation I'm in, LOL, you have an amazing boyfriend and he gives you anything you want, but oh no, you actually feel no attraction to him, which feels stupid because he seems to be the best. Oh my god. So this question I get a lot. It's about having someone in your life who seems perfect. They meet up with all the criteria that you have for someone that you want to be in a relationship with. Oh no, when it comes to feeling attracted, like it's just not there. I honestly believe that if you aren't attracted to someone, a relationship is so not worth pursuing, because feeling attraction is like one of the best parts of having a crush and having a relationship, is like getting those butterflies in your stomach and feeling the romantic chemistry that's between the two of you. I still feel that with Nathan 10 years later. And if you are just starting to date, if there is any time that you should be feeling like intense attraction, it is now. So guys, if there's someone who likes you, but when you're with them, it just totally balls flat, you can date them if you want, but my honest opinion is that you're gonna get so much more satisfaction with someone who you're just like so excited about, like you're head over heels for, and you're gonna like have a dance party when they finally ask you out because you're so excited, you love them so much, okay? Wait for that person, because they're there. They are so there, and you will find them at some time in your life eventually, okay? Estefania937 says, okay, so my question is, how do you dance? Because I know that can give an impression to guys and help get someone's attention. Also, I love you. I chose this question not really fully knowing how I was going to answer it. Obviously, I'm not gonna give you guys a dance tutorial today. Although I feel like on this channel, if I get a couple of my girlfriends, like we could do like a very basic dance tutorial, but I think when it comes to dancing like at a school dance or at a party or something like that, dancing is like a very good life skill to have because it's just like a sign to others that you are having a good time, in a happy mood, and that you're a fun person in general. Also, dancing does not seem intimidating to people who enjoy dancing and who are good at it, but I feel like to the rest of the world it can be so intimidating because it's like, oh my god, I do not want to look like a fool, I don't want to fall on my face, I don't want to like be moving around awkwardly and make the other person think I have no rhythm or no skills or like I'm not able to dance. I think the most important thing about dancing is like making it look like you're comfortable and confident. So if you are nervous about dancing somewhere, I would say like the best thing to do is practice. Now I know that sounds really dumb, but you can totally have like a dance party with your girlfriends on like a Friday night leading up to a dance where you just like get a bunch of your favorite songs and actually just like practice some of the moves that you're going to do at the dance. But you can totally do this on your own too. Like put a few of your favorite songs on. I'm thinking like Ariana Grande. Seriously, a good song should be able to bring the rhythm like right out of you. And even if you have like one or two kind of like go-to moves that you feel comfortable doing, kind of like stepping side to side or just like moving your shoulders or something, having those kind of like moves that you do feel comfortable will make you be able to look more confident. I think honestly though, like besides your body, the most important thing about dancing is actually your face. Like if you're smiling and looking like you're having fun, most of the time people are not going to be looking at the specifics of your body. So just appearing confident is like actually half the battle when it comes to dancing. That was such a good question. Alright, we're moving on to question 10. This is from Sarah Alone at a Table for Two. I'm an 18-year-old college student and I find myself extremely paranoid around one of my roommate's friends. He hasn't hurt me, but I don't feel comfortable around him. Do you have any advice for feeling safe around a college campus? I love your videos, but wish you had more for college students. Oh my gosh, Sarah, there are more college videos coming out shortly, so please keep watching. When it comes to people who make you feel weird or uncomfortable for whatever reason, I have always believed to trust your gut about those people because sometimes we don't always know like why our spidey senses are telling us that someone like isn't quite right or that they don't have the best intentions. And a lot of times when I've had this feeling about people initially, like my feelings have turned out to be right and it's amazing. It's like, oh my god, like how did I know? And I think the same thing could be true for a lot of you out there where it's like, you know, sometimes our intuition is like so much stronger than even like our logical minds. So if you do have this feeling around someone who you're on campus with, honestly, don't ignore it because you can never be too safe. And it's so much better to be safe than sorry. Obviously, you cannot be held accountable for other people's actions directed toward you. But at the same time, if there's someone that makes you feel uncomfortable, like don't spend a lot of time with that person because your intuition is probably right. I think when it comes to feeling safe, it's all about operating within your own level of comfort. So if you have classes at night that you need to walk to, if you love to run alone at night, if these are things that you've been doing for a while and you feel comfortable doing those and you feel safe in your environment, there shouldn't be anything preventing you from actually doing the things that you need and want to do in your life. Question 11 is Shikuma369. Hey Kimberly. Lots of love. My question is hard work more important or staying positive, i.e. law of attraction? Do reply. I'm posting my question again because I'm not getting my answer. Well, you are getting your answer now, my dear. So I think these two things you've mentioned, staying positive and a law of attraction and hard work, I don't think it's a matter of like one or the other to success. I think honestly, it's a little bit of both. Working hard is obviously incredibly important because it's the hard work that's going to get you to the level that you need to be successful. But I think if you're working hard and also maintaining a positive attitude and opening yourself up to new opportunities, new people, and new experiences, that is like the second half of the battle. So I think that honestly, hard work and law of attraction go hand in hand. And if you're able to master both of those, you're going to be extremely successful. And I know all you Ask Kimberly girls and guys, I think all of you have like super bright futures ahead of you because I know that between all of the videos that we've done together and all of the knowledge that you guys now have, like you got it covered, right? Like you're willing to work hard, you're willing to enforce the law of attraction and psychology and positive thinking to kind of be your best self, and all of you totally seem to be doing that. So I hope that answers your question, hun. Question number 12 is from Be Private. First of all, I love you so much. My question is, how do I know if I like someone? There's this girl in my class who told me she was bi recently, and I don't know if I actually have a crush on her or if I just like the idea of another girl who's bi and makes me want to be her friend. Help, because it's starting to get awkward. Oh my gosh. XOXO. You are so sweet. Yes, sometimes it can be really hard to know if we like someone, especially if we're like questioning our sexuality and and there's like that involved as well, and we're also not sure if we like them or if we like them as a friend or if we're just kind of like attracted to their personality. The truth is, like, I don't think you fully have to know. Like, sometimes it's nice for us to have like a label on how we feel so that we can actually figure it out for ourselves and feel good about what we are or what we feel. But the truth is, it sounds like regardless, this is somebody who you feel some kind of attraction to, whether it's as a friend or in a romantic kind of way. Don't let that awkward feeling hold you back from getting to know this person better, and you don't need to know exactly what your intentions are when getting to know this person better. You don't have to know. The truth is that getting to know her better is probably going to totally open your eyes as to how you actually feel, whether it's that you feel romantic or like you're not feeling the romance but you just like her as a friend. So get to know her, don't hesitate, don't feel awkward about it, but you will realize within time how you actually feel, in my opinion. Good luck with that situation. Alright you guys, question 13 was another huge one, and so many of you had these questions. Caitlin Miner says, I have very low self-esteem. Do you have any advice for being more confident in your looks? Jordan Flip 214 says, I'm in all-star cheerleading. We basically have to wear sports bra and spandex shorts for competition. I'm self-conscious and uncomfortable in the spandex because I feel like it shows off my stomach in a bad way. How do I think positively about myself and stop feeling self-conscious about it? YXTX Cinefied says, how do I lose weight while staying healthy? I want to have a flat stomach and a thigh gap, but I'm scared of getting ill. Another one, Sophie says, what do I do about body image insecurities? I look younger than I really am and I don't know how to overcome this insecurity, especially when it's pointed out by family and friends. Another one, Elizabeth says, love you so much, you're inspiring. You make this world a better place, but was wondering, what if you aren't confident with the way you look and are ashamed to be you? How do I build my self-confidence? So there's obviously a bit of a theme right now about you guys feeling like the thing that's on the outside, your bodies, your outer appearance is not really reflecting like what's on the inside. And there's like an element of shame and like wanting to change that and not feeling good enough. We talked about the body thing on this channel a little bit before, but like, first of all, I can't even stress how sad it makes me feel that like this is so universal for you guys. Like, I would say that most young girls I've had contact with do have some kind of issue with their body, and like, you're totally not alone. Like, this is such a normal, common thing for young girls to be going through, even though you guys are all beautiful and perfect and just like amazing the way you are. And growing up, like, our bodies go through all kinds of interesting, weird things, and it's like almost society tells us that like what we have just isn't good enough and we need to just like keep looking different and better. And I find this so hard because I know you guys are beautiful and I know that everything you're experiencing is like just a normal part of growing up, but when you're in that situation, it's so hard to see it that way, and it's so hard to like look at yourself and be like, oh, I hate what I see, and other people are gonna see what I see when I look at myself. I think there's some practical and emotional advice I can give you guys on feeling more confident in your looks. First of all, like, I feel like especially for you in the cheerleading situation, you know, if you're being forced to wear a uniform that you don't totally love, like, do not let the uniform, first of all, make you quit cheerleading, because that would be like so devastating for you and that would make me very sad as well. I think you should keep doing what you love, but just focus on the sport itself and how cheerleading makes you feel, as opposed to like what you think other people are going to think of your uniform. And if you are like working out to this extent, like, your body is probably in amazing condition, and like this is probably the way that it looks when it's in its peak condition. So don't be ashamed of what you have. Like, it's probably beautiful, and the little tiny imperfections are probably feeling so much bigger to you than they would ever be noticed by anyone else. Like, so the first part of the equation, I think, is wearing clothes that are flattering to you and that feel totally comfortable and like make you feel amazing, but then also having the posture of a confident person, because your posture can literally change the shape of your body and the way it appears to others, and can in turn eventually make you feel more confident about your body. So for example, if you're looking at Facebook pictures of yourself at a party and you see a picture of yourself where you're like slouched over and you're not wearing flattering clothes that are like maybe really too tight or something, of course you're not gonna like that picture, because maybe you would change the way you feel about yourself if you saw that picture and your posture was like amazing, you had a big smile on your face, and you were wearing something that like you felt totally great in. So I think there's so much that we can do to actually change the way that we actually come across to other people. But then aside from the stuff that we can change, like, don't worry about it. Just like rock what you've got, feel good, and know what your best assets are, and just know that no matter what body type you have, like, there's someone who's gonna love you exactly as you are, like in exactly the body type that you have. And so when you realize that, it makes you obsess a lot less about all those little imperfections. It just makes you feel beautiful. The most important thing is that you feel beautiful. This one's a super quick one. Question 14 is from Callie Woods. Do you have a throwback picture of you as a teenager? Yes, I do, and I'm going to put it right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't judge. I hope that gave you guys a great laugh. Question number 15 is from Lily Thomas. She says, and guys, this is the last question. Oh my god, we have made it to the end. I love these Q&As with you guys so much. So much, you guys. She says, what are the 3 most important things in a relationship? I can't believe we've made it to the end. I haven't premeditated this, but I definitely think there's some key things that make a relationship amazing. The first thing I think is chemistry. Maybe that's not the most important of the 3, but like that's the first thing that comes to mind, because I think, you know, as shallow as it seems, like maybe some people will call that shallow, but I honestly think you guys have heard me say before that right from the get-go there should be chemistry between you and the person that you like if you're going to enter into a relationship. If it's a great relationship, that chemistry should actually never go away. Like you'll always have that little spark between the 2 of you. So the spark is number 1. Number 2 is trust. You need to be able to trust that your partner is going to stay faithful to you, and they need to trust the same for you, but trust extends like far past being faithful to your partner. It's also about like trusting that they have your best interest at heart, and trusting that they're going to like help raise your children in the right way, and trust that they're going to like just have faith in them as a human being, that they're going to make the right decision. It's almost like you trust in their values and you trust in their own decency as a human being. Like I think that is a really important quality in a relationship. And number 3, in my opinion, guys, is respect. So respecting your partner, if they have different values than you, if they have things that they're passionate about, being able to keep that like respect and admiration for them and all the things that they do in their life. And obviously it goes both ways. They have to do the same for you. So those are the 3 most important things that I think are in a relationship, but you guys can leave your comments of things that you think are super important in the comments down below. Alright, you guys, that is it for this week's Q&A. I love you so much. If you are new, obviously hit that big subscribe button and click that notification bell. Follow on Snapchat because obviously you want to ask questions there as well, and of course on Instagram so that you don't miss the next post for next week's Q&A Friday. Oh my gosh, you guys, I loved it. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you next week for the Q&A. Bye guys!